Wow. I can't hear you, and I don't think they can hear you, so one more time. There you go. There you go. This is amazing. You all look amazing. Can you believe it's been 3 years? 3 years, 2.5 years, 3 years almost. My name is Christian Navarro. I'm an actor. You guys may know me from a show, 13 Reasons Why. And thank you. But that's not important. What is important is I, like you, am a critter. I feel the love. They feel the love. They're back there. They're waiting for you guys. But it's been a long time since they've been here, and you guys have been able to say thank you, and we appreciate you, and we love you. So much has happened. Vox Machina. One hell of an animated series, right? The completion of Campaign 2, Mighty Nine. And of course, Hell's Bells. So I am going to go over a couple of house rules. I'm sure you all know these, but we're going to say them anyway. Please ask one question for one cast member. Please keep your questions related to Critical Role, the show and the channel, and be respectful of the cast and of each other. I think we can all do that, right? That's good. I'll tell you a little story. About 3 years ago, my best friend introduced me to Critical Role. I had never heard of role-playing games, tabletop games. I come from the South Bronx. We just never played that stuff where I came from. Then the pandemic hit, and like many of you, I was held hostage to the situation, and my best friend Jack Cummins, started a campaign, and I fell in love with it, and I started watching the content, and I fell in love with these people. And I fell in love with all of you guys. You guys are one of the best fan bases on the planet. It's true. I traveled all over the world with 13 Reasons Why. I met incredible fans, and there are none as compassionate, as creative, as kind, and as loving as all of you. So I would like all of you guys to give yourselves a round of applause. Well, are you excited? I can't hear you. That sounded a little weak. Are you excited? All right, I think it's time. You guys ready to meet the cast of Critical Role? All right. Introducing first, the man, the myth, the legend, Travis Willingham. Marisha Ray. Taliesin Jaffe. Ashley Johnson. Liam O'Brien. Laura Bailey. Last but certainly not least, Matthew Mercer. The cast of Critical Role, everybody.
Oh, as I
They clean up nicely, don't they? Guys, it's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah?
Over years.
Yeah. Oh my God, there's so many of you.
Is this the biggest haul you guys have ever done?
think it is. Yeah.
This is a lot of critters. One more time, give yourselves a round of applause. I mentioned earlier, you guys, so much has happened since the last Comic-Con panel. We all went into a pandemic, and since then, you guys released the best TV show on Amazon Prime.
Hey!
The Legend of Vox Machina. What was that like?
Oh, man. It was so great. Raise your hand if you have seen The Legend of Vox Machina. That's pretty cool.
Looks like a lot. Yeah.
This is the first panel we've had since the show came out.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
The pandemic happened, so we didn't get to have like a premiere or any type of celebration. So this kind of counts as it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's you. It's with all of you.
Yeah. Let's get a step and repeat. Let's get a record.
You know, it's been ages. Can I ask this group, anyone out there who is wearing cosplay related to Critical Role, will you stand up so we can see your amazingness?
The little spire conflict.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that glowing step and
Chris.
Kiki.
Oh!
That's awesome.
It's Pate!
Dang. Oh, all the way in the back. What's up?
Oh my gosh.
That's so cool.
You guys have wrapped Mighty Nine, Campaign 2. That happened in between, right?
Oh my goodness.
And begun Campaign 3, Hell's Bells.
Campaign 3. It's just getting weirder.
No spoilers, but you guys checked out last week's episode?
Oh, but spoilers.
No, I won't spoil, but one hell of an episode, yeah?
That was fun.
That was great.
A little intense.
Okay, I think we're going to open this up to the Q&A panel.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Chet,
Oh my gosh, Nordverse.
Yeah. I was actually going to say,
Oh, Nordverse!
Kryptonic
I made my
Look at the
friend
picture of
cosplay as Black Widow 69 over there.
Oh my god.
what's your name? Can you say your name?
Jillian,
Julian, okay, and what's your question, Julian?
my question is, so when you play D&D, a lot of times you kind of like think of scenarios with other characters or scenes that you want to play out, but then for one reason or another, it doesn't happen. Has there ever been a scene for any of you that you really wanted to play out, but it just didn't happen?
It's kind of like life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are so many times where I'll be driving in my car and having imaginary conversations, and I realize I'm having it with other characters as opposed to like other people in my life.
Oh, yeah.
But it feels the same. So yeah, there are so many conversations that we've wanted to have.
Yeah.
All the time.
Julian?
Any certain like plot threads or elements of the campaign that we never get to for the end of it, it's always like, wow, we never really wrapped that up, but then, maybe we get a chance to come back to it at some point down the road or something. So yeah, there's always lingering threads, but I don't know, maybe one day.
Thank you, Julian. Hello.
Hello.
You look so amazing.
Hi.
Wow.
Wow.
Hi, sorry. Actually, I weirdly asked a question last year, which was a big surprise.
Welcome back.
But so my name's Christy, and so kind of something, as you can tell, I love Keyleth and the Ashari and all that. So kind of wanted to know, partly, how much all the references that are finally coming back from Campaign 1, now in Campaign 3, like Oram being of the Ashari and Ladna being a Sentry effigy, how much of that came up just because you guys were really missing Campaign 1? And how much was because you guys were working on Legends of Vox Machina while you were like planning for Campaign 3?
That's a good question. I'm curious too.
I think it's because like after so many years of running around Exandria, it just gets more and more ripe and rich. And so there's just so much to pull from and play from previous campaigns. And I mean, a lot of stuff too that I feel like we still wanted to explore and discover. And I don't know, yeah, you can talk about the Ashari stuff.
You talk.
I talk. I would like to say I. I mean, Orem is a character that I created Derek in the wedding one-shot that we did to set up Orem. So I thought of him ages ago and then thought a fun way to sort of lay the groundwork years in advance would be Derek. Just same thing that you said, Marisha, like the world is so dense and thick and we like spending time in it. So like I missed certain things from campaign 1 and I just kind of wanted to revisit them, but obviously do new things with it. I don't know, we like our make-believe place, so we stay there.
Can I piggyback off of her question? I have a question for you guys, because you also did Exandria Unlimited. Mm-hmm. You also did Calamity. How fun is it playing in those worlds, even though they're hundreds of years, before the actions of your campaigns?
Oh man. Well, for me, I didn't play in Calamity, but it was an absolute blast to both watch it happen and to help Brendan craft this and just watch everyone else take it to a level that I could never have imagined. And part of what's so surreal about what we've been able to do with this is what started as a home game has now brought in so many other people to play and create in this space and other ways of expressing and expanding upon these stories. And so for things like Calamity and EXU in the hands of people who are so talented like Abria and Brennan and all the players that have come in, it's the coolest thing. That's all I'm gonna say. It's the coolest thing. I'm very happy.
Hell yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
So firstly, I want to say thank you to all of you for getting me into Critical Role, into playing Dungeons and Dragons. This is my party, actually. So thank you for that. And my question is for Taliesin. Shocker.
Yeah.
So on Between the Sheets, you talked about how Percy was a script that you wrote. Is that correct?
Yes.
How does that feel now that it's kind of come to fruition?
It's way better than what I wrote. What I wrote was kind of very sophomoric. That was the game is way better, to be honest. It's better than you could have hoped, especially since most things that you write, if you're a creative writer, are just going to end up on a USB stick somewhere. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's amazing to see that actually come into the world and see it animated even. My God. That's strange. You look great, by the way. Thank you.
What was your name?
Christian.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm Christian, too.
Caleb, why are you with Vox Machina? You weren't supposed to time travel.
Does Essek know where you are?
Awesome costumes. Hello.
Hi, I'm Cameron. Before I ask my question, I just wanted to say my mom made some wonderful pajama dice bags for the cast, so Brittany will be getting those to you after.
Thank you.
Adorable.
Thanks, Mom.
Oh, that's awesome. What?
It's got a pouch and everything.
That's so cute.
Wait, is that the print? For
Thanks,
the...
Mom.
Like your vest, by the way.
Yes, I'm doing a Matt Mercer cosplay today.
I think you nailed it. Yeah.
Well played.
And of course, my question is for you, Matt. As a forever DM, much often like yourself, do you have any NPCs that didn't see the light of day that you really wanted to?
Yeah.
I was just going to say it. That Liam hasn't killed.
Yeah.
Not while I'm around.
It's a dangerous path. Any NPC that I'm really excited about, I generally shoehorn into it somehow, even if they don't end up going where I think they might go. I'm like, well, I'll just reuse that part of the animal later, anyone who's run enough games will know that if you're partial to something, you'll find a place for it. And if it doesn't find a place, then it usually ends up being a PC in the rare times that I do get to play. And often, many of the PCs that I make for the eventual hope that I'll play them, which never happens, just end up becoming NPCs. Sometimes, occasionally.
Rarely.
I know, but hey, I love GMing more than I love playing the game as a player, so I don't complain. Good question.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, my name's Kat, and first of all, I just want to thank all of you. This is such a surreal experience, especially because recently I just got a Caleb Widogast-inspired sentiment against self-harm tattoo with the quote, "You were not born with venom in your veins," and it's just this whole world that you all have invented means so much to me, and my question is for Liam. When it comes to Caleb, his past and his trauma, as someone who is diagnosed with CPTSD, what thought processes and ideas went into how Caleb would react to his trauma when faced with it? Because a lot of media uses PTSD as just, oh, flashbacks, but you guys did so much more with Caleb, and so that is my question.
Well, Caleb is largely grounded in parts of my life that are private, but very real. You know, I know that we all aspire to sort of rise from the ashes, and we do, but I know from experience that when things happen to us, on some level we carry them with us. And you know, when I created Caleb, I knew he was going to be a wizard. I knew that they were going to fight dragons. I knew that fantastical things were going to happen. But when I created him, it was to explore, you know, the human experience. And I didn't think anyone would ever. I always wondered if anyone would directly ask me this. The best way to answer this in a crowd full of people is to say that I'm happy that I got to use the story we told of the Mighty Nine and with Caleb, that people are really flawed, all of us, but it doesn't mean that every one of us is able to achieve great things, regardless of what's happened to us in the past. Doesn't mean we forget them. It doesn't mean that they go away. We live with them. But the world is still there for every single one of us. And it's a beautiful tattoo.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Thank you for your question. That was a beautiful
Hello.
question, Liam.
My name is Jordan. I came over from Denmark. Hi, Matt. Hi, Marisha.
Denmark.
Hey, yeah.
My question is, if you were to ever take Critical Role to live action, be that through TV series or movies, who would you cast as one of your characters?
Oh, no.
That's not fair. I don't know any proper nouns at all.
What have you done, Jordan?
I think it's consensus that Travis is both big and strong enough to play Grog.
And dumb enough.
I know, it's so weird because, like, you know, the vain actor in me is like, well, me. Me. But, you know, what a really cool one was I was always kind of inspired by and saw a lot of Stephanie Beatrice in Bo, and then we got her to come in to play the lovely Miss Kima in The Legend of Vox Machina. So it was like this kind of really cool, like, fangirl full circle to have Stephanie Beatrice be there. So that was awesome.
You know, we have to shout out our amazing Sam Regal, who of course is not here. He had a family reunion, but a little round of applause for Sam Regal. Because he's really, he's the casting director of the bunch, you know, so
Yeah.
he's probably got some secret wall somewhere.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
He's got a folder.
Anybody else?
Any casting
Can't
choices?
think of anybody.
We had a conversation in like the first 2 years of Vox Machina, and I remember being excited by, and I think this is the name, Hugh Dancy from Hannibal. So as Percy was going to be fun. He's just so sad, and yeah, he's got a very wonderfully sad.
And handsome and talented and all the good things.
Yeah, no.
Can I throw my name in the ring unless Sam kills me? But I think I can play Skeleton!
Honestly, yeah.
You'd be solid, Christian. You'd be
We'll
solid.
work on it. We'll work on it. Hello, hello.
Oh wait, I'm going to throw in Domhnall Gleeson, perhaps, for Caleb Widogast.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say Seth Rogen for Pumat Soul.
I'm going to throw one in.
Yeah.
I think for Pike, I would love for Amy Sedaris to play her.
Oh my God. You said that before. I love that. I love that.
I've just been waiting for Danny DeVito to play Chetney.
Did anybody see Eurovision, the movie, the Fire Saga movie? Anyway, it's awesome if you haven't seen it. But Rachel McAdams plays this character in the movie that Mary McLynn, the director of, the voice director of our animated series, she called me and she's like, you need to watch this movie. She's basically playing Jester. So now I always see her as Jester.
That's valid.
Yeah.
Hello, hello.
Oh my God.
Your Siri costume is amazing.
Thank you. My name is Madison, and my question is for anyone who wants to chime in. Are there any NPCs you would like your Campaign 3 character to meet from previous campaigns?
Are there any NPCs that you want your Campaign 3 character to meet from previous campaigns?
Yes.
Victor.
Oh my God.
Who?
Victor.
Oh,
Vern
yeah,
and
yeah.
Victor would be quite fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'd have to meet the pieces of him left.
Oh, poor Victor.
He knew what he was getting into.
Scanning.
I know, thinking. Thinking.
I always want more Gilmore.
Always.
He should have franchises everywhere. I want to go to Gilmore's Glorious Goods.
I mean, he did franchise.
I know, right?
Laura Bailey, what do you think Trinket would think of Mister?
What would Trinket think of Mister?
What would Trinket think of Mister?
He would hate Mister.
Now you.
I was gonna say he would love him, but I don't know.
I don't know if he would.
I know he might be kind of annoying.
Yeah,
because
Mr.
Trinket, by this point, Trinket would be kind of old.
Oh, that's.
I mean, like he lives. Doesn't he live as long as Vex lives, based on
Sure.
stuff?
Yes, it's canon now. Trinket will outlive all of Vox Machina, including Keyleth. There it is.
Also, Trinket, he can also live in the necklace, so it extends his life.
Technically. Yeah, in the way that like a couple of forced comas, I guess, extend your conscious life. But you're fine.
Trinket lives forever.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, he'd be old, but he'd be there. And he'd be annoyed. He'd be a grumpy old guy.
He'd be a grumpy old guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Mister would give him some. Mister's a bit of an asshole? I don't know.
I love how you whispered it.
I don't know why, yeah.
Good question.
Everybody can obviously hear me. I don't know why I was.
There's a microphone.
Thank you, Madison. That was a great question. Hello, hello.
Hi. My question is for Matt, but really anyone on the panel. Is there any time that you felt that there was a DM like Matt ruling over your lives?
Can you repeat that? Did you hear it?
Is there any time in any of your lives that you felt like a DM like Matt was ruling over it?
Oh, where it felt like that?
Oh, like some meta-ass
Controlling,
Oh,
puppeteering our life.
Oh, are we about to get existential?
I think we are.
Like, is this turning into this is all a simulation
Oh man.
type of a thing?
Well, that's an easy.
I mean,
all
it
of
is.
it, nothing makes
Nothing's
sense.
real.
Yeah, my entire life feels unreal. I'm gonna wake up in a snow globe.
Yeah.
Not kidding.
Yeah.
One down.
I would say, for me, no. To quote a great Fey entity, everything is effing chaos.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. What a costume. Hello, hello.
Boy.
You look so good.
Hi, so my name's Allie, and I have a question for Liam, going after the question about Caleb before. So as we know, D&D is a wonderful medium to create stories that have so much significance and teach us life lessons. And with that, I want to know, Liam, what's one of those profound moments from Campaign 2 that still resonates with you today?
Oh, wow.
Disintegrate. Troll. Kicking around the head and neck there. Wow.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Serious question.
Liam, go on. What's up, man?
I didn't exactly have a plan for the end of the campaign. Early on in the campaign, I thought I really was going to make a go for dragging these guys with me back in time and maybe trying to change things. That was one possible thread. I didn't know that I was embarking on a story about acceptance at the beginning, so I kind of startled myself in the very last episode with Caleb's final moments, and I'll probably never forget how real that felt to me. We think about these characters and our friend characters and Matt's invisible characters. They're all our friends, and we spend time getting to know them and exploring our own new personalities. And many of these guys have said, like, playing games like this is a practice in empathy and learning what other people are like and the differences between us and how little difference there is between us. I don't know, I spent a lot of time thinking about his parents, and I'll never forget saying goodbye to them in that way. I like butt and shit jokes too.
Hello, hello, hello.
On a lighter note.
Yeah.
Who enjoys the custom character class creation more, Taliesin or Matt?
They should see the monstrosity I sent you of the Chaos Barbarian before you reeled me in. It was bad.
Well, I will say I really enjoy the process of custom class creation when it's not made public on the internet.
And open to criticism.
Because then you get to realize real fast how it's broken or useless or too powerful or absolutely not usable in the game by all facets. But I enjoy making it, but it is the fixing of your stuff that's always the challenge. That fundamental Chaos Barbarian build you sent me for Ashton to get-go, I was like, there's some really interesting ideas here. I'm gonna have to rewrite all of it, but I'm saying it's good bones. It's good bones.
Few notes.
What was your name?
It's kind of unfair that you get 3 subclasses.
Yeah.
Build your own system. What do you want from me?
Okay, I'll get right on that.
Damn.
Fair enough.
Anybody can do it. Well, and Matt anybody can make Matt do it.
I'm too busy building a channel.
What was your name?
Don't.
I'm Andrea. I'm the girl who sold you the Arc Knight stuff at Gen Con back before the world broke.
Thanks, Ambria. Appreciate you.
Good to see you again.
Hello.
Hello, my name is Václav. I'm from Czech Republic. It's really nice to see you after 5 years ago. My question is for Travis. You are known to be scared pretty easily. And I want to know which DM did it better.
Oh, man.
Put him on the spots.
Well, here's the thing. They've both crossed over the DM screen, which I feel like is a dereliction of the rules. Like, you shouldn't be able to cross that boundary. That's my safe space, right? That's the neutral territory where maps and dice go. When you reach over the screen towards my person, It gets a little dicey. I think Brennan got a little closer. Plus, when he did his face, his eyeballs kind of came out of his head. Like they just went, boop. And I thought they were going to fall out. But Matt's sound effects give him a +3 to horrificness. Yeah. So I'll give the temporary crown to Mercer for making me pee my pants.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello. That was really close to the microphone. Woo! Hi, I'm Ren. As a cosplayer and artist, my question is for Taliesin. What is your favorite design element that you've added to any of your characters?
Oh boy. Well, I can definitely stick with the most recent one because that was tough because it was such a modern character and trying to get a modern style into something that looked at least fantasy enough that I didn't feel bad. Because it's like leather, there's a lot of leather and otherwise. I was specifically making all of the buckles round just as a way of breaking up into the way that you would see the traditional or the Renaissance fair buckles have that big round shape with the big bar through it, just to kind of push it more fantasy. I was very happy with how that came together. So, yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
So, my name is Bren, funnily enough. Hi.
You can battle after the panel, it's fine.
Great. My question is for Taliesin.
Oh, God, go on.
So, when Molly first revealed his backstory, or lack thereof, essentially, there was not kept pressuring him to talk about the past life or wanting to know about the past life for reasons then unknown. She was very interested in that. Then later on, Not's backstory was revealed, and she was Veth and had a similar experience with waking up in an unfamiliar body. I'm very curious what Molly would have thought about that, because he wasn't there for that revelation. What would Molly have to say about that, about not being so curious about your backstory because of, reasons?
I will say, not to plug, but I finally got to write down everything with Molly for the comic book coming out, so that will actually fill in some holes for everyone. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that I rolled poorly. Molly would find the whole notion of Beth going back to being mom very boring, and probably a bad decision versus actually going out and having fun and not having responsibilities, because that is literally the antithesis of what he wanted. But again, it's always important, I would say. I think you know that it's always important to support your friends, especially when they're making unbelievably bad decisions, and help them along so that they learn their lesson. It's not a safe friend to have, to be fair. So yeah, I would. I think it would be definitely well, I guess you can settle down, sure, if that's what you want. Weird. So yeah, that would be I think that would be the feeling.
It's a good friend.
Very good friend.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hi.
Hi. My name is Chris. I'm from a faraway land of Slovenia. I came all the way here to see you guys in person.
Wow,
yesterday.
what?
Yeah, my birthday was yesterday. I wished to be on this panel that I could ask a question. That's amazing.
Wow.
So my question goes to Travis. What's your favorite part when you played Grog?
He flew across the world for this answer, so make it.
Was your question, what's my favorite part of playing Grog?
Yes.
There's no filter. There is just, which is also partially similar with Chetney. And also, anything that he says or does wrong, since it was my first character build, is instantly forgivable because he's an idiot. So you can't really be mad at him. So as long as I can just hide behind that 6 intelligence, I can kind of do whatever I want. But that was my favorite part, just and also being able to react off of what everybody else was doing. It was pretty much, for me, the safest way to enter D&D, because Laura and Liam were doing their thing. Marisha had a druid that had all of these options, and they were all, leading the charge. And I was just back there talking about butts and beer and chopping heads.
It's so freeing, though. It's kind of the way to go. With Laudna, I love it. I don't want to think anymore. I'm tired.
Yeah, I just took a character that tried to kill Santa and threw him in campaign 3, so we're having a ball.
Yeah.
Thank you for your question. Hello.
Whoa.
What a costume.
Yo.
Hello.
Hi, that's amazing.
It's not time.
Run! Hi, my name is Emma. I'm from Southern California. So, my question is a calamity question, especially for Matt and Marisha in regards to the Raven Queen. As a character who personally knew the Raven Queen as a mortal, and then seeing how she has evolved into this modern campaign 3 where there's even cultures of her that interpret her differently. What is that like, seeing the world change and evolve, especially with such a god that was mortal?
Man, it was so cool. Calamity was so cool because, and Travis and I have talked about this a lot, where you heard this word, the Calamity in the Age of Arcanum, but you didn't really have a lot of context for it. It was just kind of like, people are like, yeah, Pompeii, it happened. And you're like, okay, it did. So being able to be in it, it kind of really gave such a more broader understanding of what was going on in that time. And then really getting to explore the stuff with the Raven Queen and how exploring a character whose perspective would be, well, of course we could take spoilers, but I'll try and keep it vague. But you should watch Calamity, it's real good. But trying to play these super high-level characters who watched people ascend into immortality and goddom and being like, yeah, it's no big deal. I just watched her do it. Why can't we do it with everybody in this city? Let's go. So it was interesting to kind of play off of that perspective.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
The only thing I'll add to that is, for me, one of my favorite themes to explore, and I've been slowly exploring as the campaigns go on, and I hope to continue to do so in interesting ways, is that fantasy idea of the relationship between mortality and immortality. And you hear gods and man, and kind of blurring the lines of where that dynamic can be questioned, where it can be faithful, and the complications that come with societal history where those lines get blurred with someone like the Raven Queen, who really changes that perspective. Up until that point, there was very much a delineation between the two, but then one person made that step and it kind of blew the doors off of possibility and kind of really shook the idea of faith at that time in history. And so I look forward to possibly exploring threads of that down the road. And your costume's amazing!
I just have to say really quickly that I watched Calamity with my jaw open. Every week I was blown away. Hello.
You're so cute. You're
Oh
so
my
cute.
Thank you. Smiley day to ya. Ooh. I'm Sherry, and first off, thank you all to the tribute to Grant in the recent episodes. It was very sweet. My question is for anyone, and I figured this might be interesting since Sam isn't here. But for good or bad, what are some of your most memorable ad bits?
Oh, God.
The one we just did is pretty rough.
I mean, from a scarring traumatic level?
Yeah.
This is a lot.
It hasn't aired yet. Yeah.
Scarring-wise, the ad he did where he just ate a whole bunch of shit. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
When he he ate a hot dog and then I don't remember everything. It was so gross. Oh.
Yeah, he put dairy product in wine, didn't he?
That one was nasty.
Yeah.
And toothpaste, didn't he put toothpaste in it too? I don't
did.
remember. It was so
I think so.
gross. I really love the lounge singer stuff, though, especially with you, Ashley, too. It was really, really fun.
We're getting some good like chest hair, like some nice mid-chest hair right behind Matt Mercer's head, which is always an interesting dichotomy.
Man, there have been some good ones.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I
What?
should. The one where the NFL got
The
mad
chest
at us.
burster? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm a big fan of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
He came out wearing a Dallas Cowboys shirt, and then he had a chest burster burst through and like spew fake blood all over the shirt. And a couple people I know at the Dallas Cowboys were like, please don't do that.
Turns out the NFL doesn't like their logos seeping with blood and guts and gore. So,
It's
but
cool.
it was also, we were like,
I got to go to training camp, and I had some of the offensive linemen record a threatening voice message for him with a video behind it. So now he's a Cowboys fan.
I'm so glad he's not here to hear me say this because his ego doesn't need it. But Sam is amazing.
Yeah.
Week after week after week, he's thinking of these bits while he's driving in the car, while he's taking showers. Sometimes he pulls them out of his butt like very soon beforehand. I'll never forget when we did the election. I had to, and he's like, let's do a debate. I was like, oh my God, I have to think of something that will go toe to toe with Sam. And I put all my effort into one night. But Sam just, week after week for years at this point, he's a mad genius.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd
Agreed.
say for that reason, there's also like a layer of anxiety before we do any session because we know it's coming.
Yeah,
and we don't know what he's going
He
to
won't
do.
tell us ahead of time
He won't-
what we're going to be saying or doing. It's terrifying.
like sincerely,
Very-
oftentimes you are seeing us read through it for the first time on.
Yes.
So.
Hence why it's so bad.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Monty.
Hi, Monty.
Wanted to thank you guys for putting on such an amazing thing for all of us, and so thank you for that. My question is for Matt. I'm a DM, and sometimes I get really lost in making cool stuff to give my players. And I didn't accidentally, I gave it to my level 3 paladin a spear that he can throw and smite, and then it comes back. And I realized that was a terrible mistake. and like, how do you deal with like balancing like creation of spells or items, and what happens when you actually give something that you shouldn't have given to someone who now has it?
It's a great question. It's a lesson you'll be always learning. It'll get slowly better with time. What I've found is if you give something to a player that's way too powerful, that just means you have to make what they fight that much harder and kill all their friends. Or what happens if that powerful item gets taken by an antagonist character and now uses it against them, and by the time they win it back, they're high enough level where it's not quite as unbalanced. So yeah, it becomes a problem-solving aspect, because you don't want to give someone something cool to a player and then like take it away. You know, unless they're like someone you've known and played with a long time, and they understand like, oh, you're still trying it out. You know, we'll tweak and balance some things here and there, but we've also been playing together for a long time. So as opposed to taking it away, just finding other ways to narratively balance it, whether it be additional challenges, maybe upping a couple of other items for other players, and then just raising the overall difficulty level to match it, or give it to the bad guy and make them really hate the item.
Hey, buddy, you have a beautiful voice, by the way.
Yeah,
you really do.
Cool. Thank you. Hello.
You look so cute.
Hi, I'm Contessa, and my question is for Laura.
Hello.
Hello. So, in every D&D campaign, there's always a party member who is mercilessly teased and has absolutely no dignity. And like in campaign 1, that was often Scanlan, and in campaign 2, sorry, it was Ford a lot. But Imogen's kind of the heel a lot right now. How does that feel to get to be a part of all of these jokes?
How does it feel to get made fun of all the time?
I mean, by all of your friends.
No, yeah, it's really difficult. I mean, not just like getting made fun of. That's fun, but Imogen as a character, I find is very challenging mostly because of what Travis was talking about earlier. Coming from a character like Jester, who was the no filter character, which is such a blast to play. To go to a character that overthinks everything that they're about to say is just, it's very difficult. A lot of times, like, I'm scared to talk, which kind of makes sense for Imogen too. Yeah, it's really challenging. You hear in your head.
It's okay. She doesn't have any sort of major involvement with the campaign.
No, it's fine.
Hello.
Hi. My name is Sean, and like every year I've been to the panel, I'd like to thank you again for all the gender queer characters you introduce into the show. That also includes Pirate Captain Tommy Wiseau.
I love Xandus. They're the best.
My question, which hopefully you can answer, is I was wondering, while the opening sequence plays during each episode, what are some of the things the cast yells and shouts at Matt that we don't get to see?
Oh boy.
I don't know if we can say those here.
There's a good way to do this. I feel like if we count down from 3 and just do it all at once, it'll.
No,
It literally says in the back of this, many members of the audience may be under the age of 18.
Yeah, we actually have a
Yeah,
sign.
we can't say that.
But here, well, think of some of the more 3, 2, 1.
Buckets.
Every episode.
Except probably way worse. of what I
Usually
have.
very worth. They're trying to break me, and they've been doing this for 8 years, so they get real creative.
Usually Matt gets hit with just a wall of sound from all of us, but there are some weeks where everyone kind of clocks out and one person will be like, piss whistle, and they'll be the only one.
Keeps me young.
It's the pinnacle of comedy.
Yeah.
Some of the best writing you've ever heard.
True that. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, my name is Vaughn. You might remember me as the guy that asked Taliesin how many character deaths it would take for him to rage quit.
1, 2, 3.
Sorry, Travis, I couldn't think of an insightful question, so you get a stupid one. If you were to replace the offense of the Dallas Cowboys with members of Vox Machina and the Mighty Nine, who would make the starting lineup?
Oh, wow. Good question.
I'd put Yasha on tight end.
Yes!
I'd definitely have Vax as quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Grog would be starting middle linebacker, outside defensive end. Vex would be free safety. Keyleth would be offensive coordinator.
You've thought about this. I feel like
No,
he's
it's
got it
happening
all
right now.
too
This is
fast.
what I was made for.
Yeah.
It came quick.
I was made for this. Chetney's the kicker.
Is Chet in Cowboys colors?
Is what?
Did you put Chetney in Cowboys colors?
My God.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure there will be others, but we'll go with that for now.
Who's the QB?
Vax. Vax is
Vax is QB.
He's a running QB. Yeah.
Cool question. Hello.
Hi. I wanted to ask Taliesin about after Molly was resurrected, if he decided to go with Kingsley as a way to help like the rest of the group mourn or accept Molly's death.
Wow.
Yeah, boy. Oh boy. I'll be honest, I wasn't thinking about them at all. In fact, quite the opposite. That was always the plan for me. There was never a moment where, like, the whole notion that I had started with that was a celebration of the ephemeral. That was a lot of the character. That was the foundation of that character's personality was gather the rosebuds. It was all about live now, get it done. You've got a very short time to do this, and there's no mushrooms to find. You're not going to get a second round at the level. And so having that character come back was always going to be kind of a fresh start, and very specifically kind of just take the very base notes of where he had been before. So, yeah, it was more about like a fundamental aspect of that character of just it would have been wrong to bring him back. So, thank you so much. No one's ever asked that before.
Good question.
My God.
Thank you.
I can't stop thinking about the other positions. Now I just want to build a roster. Ashton's going to be a fullback, and Bo would definitely be a slot receiver because nobody wants that coming across the middle.
Oh my God. That's true. Do we
Okay,
have?
I'm done. I'll go.
Careful, you've almost made your own one shot that you have to run now.
One shot? Okay.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, it's the epitome of fantasy football.
Yeah.
New meaning.
Some things just have to be done.
Hi.
Hi there. I'm Sam.
Hey, Sam, you amazing. Looking good.
So thank you so much. I am a DM, and so for Matt, I have a DM-related question. But I do have a simpler question, just in case you're really tired.
Here's my secret. I'm always tired.
Okay, so our somewhat homebrew Exandria campaign has been going for more than 2 years now. I have a general plan for where the campaign goes, but anytime I try and plan a session, I have trouble figuring out how to show and not tell my players the situation. Do you have any examples or tips for letting the players figure it out for themselves?
Well, I will say one thing up front. You as the GM have all the information, and the players often have little to none. So even if you think you're laying down enough information, you only think it's enough because you know exactly where it's going and how all the pieces slot in. So if you feel like the players aren't picking up on some of the clues and the pieces, don't be afraid to be a little bit overt with it until they start really pulling on the thread, if that makes sense. I've run campaigns in the past where I was really trying to build a mystery and just like barely meted out information, and by the end of a session, the players were just very confused and didn't quite know where things were going, and that's not their fault, that's mine. And so it's learning that balance, and part of it comes with experience, and part of it is just being okay with being a bit open and overt with some of the mystery to at least get them interested. And then if they start kind of floundering a little bit, that's when you throw them another piece and throw them another piece. And so keeping little notes, keeping tabs of what things are important for your overall narrative. And as they're talking about it, think in your head and that like background processing of your computer processor, where the next fun bit to reveal one of these threads can be. Because even though you're like, I don't want to give them too much information, you're often giving them too little, because that's my problem. I hope that helps.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello. My name is Lucas, and I drove an entire hour and a half to get here.
Yes, Lucas, doing the hard work.
Absolutely.
My question is for Matt, that if you were to have a loaded 20-sided die that always rolled a 20, and then you gave it to Will Wheaton, what would happen?
You've seen Inception, right?
This is just
Doesn't land.
I mean, you think it could be terrible, but if we are eventually racing towards the eventual entropic heat death of the universe, this might be the only way to reverse the process. You might be onto something here, so keep that in mind. If you find one, let me know. This could save us, or it could destroy us all. Good question, and I'm scared now.
Hi. Hello.
Oh, hi. I'm Nico. My question is, out of the previous characters you've all played through, like the Exandria, which one would you say is your favorite, or the one you've resonated the most with?
Oh. That's tough.
It's My so children. hard.
Yeah, they're all their babies.
Pick one. I mean, I could say Ford because I'm not a small murderess, and I'm not a super tall
Murderous.
murderess. Mine's easy.
You're a medium murderess.
I'm a medium murderess
Yeah.
with a medium dummy.
Just right. Man, I don't know. Each character kind of gives you a different outlet for different elements of your personality. So, they're kind of their own little explorations into facets of yourself. So it's tough. But of course I have a soft spot for Keyleth because, you know, she's my first love. You never forget your first.
Thank you. We're going to start to wrap this up. So this will be our last question from this young woman here. Hello.
Hi, my name's Irene.
Hi, Irene.
So with Exandria Unlimited, you've been able to jump around and explore the past, like the Calamity. Are there other parts in the history that you would be interested in doing?
Oh, yeah.
So much.
Yeah. I mean, you know, going into past elements, the Calamity itself took a protracted period of time, and what we saw with that miniseries was just the inception point in one city. There's a whole different other areas within the Calamity and different societal aspects. There's the Vasselheim side of things, and the more faithful elements of society, and then there's people who are stuck in the middle of both sides between the human pursuits of arcanum and immortality and, you know, the existing faith and control of Exandria since the founding. We have the founding before that, and we have there's a few. But then also, like, after Campaign 3, we could do, like, time jumps and see what, like, an Industrial Revolution era of Exandria could be or something like that. Like, there's whole different possibilities. Who knows where it could go? Like, you know? And there's whole parts of the world that we've never explored and things that might be even off the map that have been lost to time. Who knows?
And Keyleth never changes.
It's so true. She's there forever.
She is. You know, one of the really cool things about what we're able to do is that every time we have a new campaign or a new character or a new miniseries, there are ripples, and it affects all of the other productions that we have in development. So there are real-time changes happening to everything that we do. So when something like Exandria Unlimited happens or Calamity happens, all of us get together, we huddle up, we get excited, and stuff changes. It evolves, it grows. So everything that we're doing, whether it's on the live play side or with the animated series, some things get a little change here and there. And so it's a real-time evolution that's happening with all of you, and that's what makes this, for us, so incredibly special.
Yeah, we're really gifted to be able to world build like we're doing, and we have many stories that we want to tell that take place in the past, the present, and the future of what you've already seen. We're really lucky and grateful for it. Thanks.
Thank you for your amazing questions. Safe to say, lots of more Critical Role content coming our ways, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, we just getting started.
Yeah, good.
Oh boy, it warmed up.
Well, thank you all for coming out today. Can you give yourselves a round of applause? Can you give it up for the cast of Critical Role? Matt?
A couple of quick things. One, it's so wonderful to see all of you after so much time. We're so happy that we had the opportunity to come here and see all these wonderful faces. Thank you for coming along with us in these wild stories.
Feels too short already.
It's really wonderful and emotional, and we're just extremely grateful and thankful that we get to do what we do alongside all of you. So thank you. And if I could just give a big, loving round of applause to the incredible Christian Navarro for running this panel and being an amazing person.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, I just want to say, and I think I can speak on behalf of a lot of the critters here, you guys have helped me through some of my roughest times. I love you. Thank you for what you do for me and for everyone here. Thank you.
Love you too, man.
And thank you. I think that's all for us. Give it up one more time for the cast of Critical Role.
Great weekend, guys.